Hey, what's going on, guys? Money Making Joey back here doing another video for you guys. And the title of this video, I'm going to be honest, it actually speaks for itself. Now, there was a previous video released on my channel where I spoke about an issue that, my father had along with his journey inside of rideshare. But the fact is that I've had my own issues. Now, this didn't happen to me recently. I was able to pull up the videos and pictures of this, but if you've been subscribed to the channel for some time, and do me a favor, if this is your first time seeing me, do definitely go ahead and get subscribed to the channel as we make videos every single day, speaking about our journey inside of rideshare with Uber and Lyft, and I definitely, try to make helpful videos for newbies out there getting into the industry. Now, this happened to me exactly 2 years ago today. That is the crazy part about it. Literally, I promise you, swear to God. January 15th of 2022. It was Martin Luther King, the actual day, the Monday. I had already drove for the weekend. I decided, hey, you know what? It's Monday. Let me go out and let me get on the road. And I believe I probably had took maybe 6 trips, took me out of my area, and I just happened to be at the moment. I believe I was in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I had picked up a passenger. It wasn't really a long trip. She was going to the next town over from Jersey City, which is Hoboken. Now, if you're someone out there watching this video and you're familiar with the city of Hoboken, they do have very small streets. These streets are really tight. They'll have parked cars on them and you're driving in the middle. So when we're pulling up to her destination, I see a spot where there is a fire hydrant. Now, I pull into the spot with the fire hydrant, and I really didn't even get the wheels to stop rolling fully yet before the passenger decides it's a great idea to, hey, let me just go ahead and snatch the door open. Now, living in a big city, people are always in a rush. As soon as I'm pulling into the empty spot with the fire hydrant, the car behind me decides this is a great chance for me to go and pass this guy. I can't be mad at him. I'm actually mad at the passenger because she decides, hey, let me hop out of the car right now. Let me not look. Let me not wait for this guy to stop. And the exact minute she opens the door, I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth for her not to open the door because I saw the car getting ready to pass me in the mirror. She doesn't even actually get the chance to fully get the door open. Exactly how you guys see it here in the picture is exactly how it happened. As soon as she cracked the door a tad bit, since the street was so small and he's trying to inch past me, he hits the very side of the door as soon as she's opening it. Like if you see where this black piece is sticking out, that was really his point of impact. And he wasn't really going that fast, but let's just say he was going fast enough to really push this door forward. And let me see if I have the other picture here. Yeah, this is the other picture here where we see where he pushed the door forward into the front passenger door. So that kind of had a little bit of damage in it as well. Let me go back to the other picture there. This door is sitting open like this because basically after that accident, I wasn't able to go ahead and get this door closed, and the front passenger door basically wouldn't open. So the passenger wound up leaving, and she didn't stay for the accident report, which I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, it's going to be very important for you to make sure all parties, all passengers stay for that accident report. The reason why I tell you this is that's law. That's what's supposed to happen. And then now the passenger's information is going to be on that police report, and you can go pull that police report and you will have it, because back 2 years ago when this happened to me, I didn't even know how the rideshare insurance worked. So therefore, if I didn't, I'm sure many of you out there watching this video, you might not actually, know how it works. Now, I got a great lesson that day on how the rideshare insurance works, because when the accident initially happened, like I said, it was January 15th. I remember this year in 2022 because I made a pledge for that new year that I was going to take it easy. I wasn't going to get angry as much. So, I remember my wife showing up an hour after it happened because I had to go a couple blocks away to a hardware store, get a rope, and, then I would be able to actually go ahead and rope it around and get this door closed, so I can drive off, get home, and figure out things later. She arrived on the scene and she said to me, she said, hey, you're pretty calm to have had this happen to you. And I'm just kind of like brushing it off like, it's whatever the case may be. I probably shouldn't have been that way because it wasn't until I actually got home and I started the process of, contacting my personal insurance, Geico, and then, letting Uber. I'm sorry, this happened actually on the Lyft app. It wasn't even on Uber, so I can't blame this for that one. I was driving Lyft at the time of this accident, so I went through the process with Lyft, and they directed me to Liberty Mutual for, the claim with them, and then that's when I learned that, hey, you know what? We'll cover you for this accident since, you were logged in, you were on the ride. But we have a $2,500 deductible. Now, I didn't know how much this repair would actually cost, so I did go through the process of going to their person. They looked the car over and they were able to give me a quote. That quote came back at like $2,400 for them to do the body work and, repair on this. So I'm kind of back in this same boat where I'm like, but the deductible is $2,500, so you're basically telling me I need to pay you $2,400 and I'm paying for this full thing out of pocket. Now, luckily, since I do have some connections and some hookups and I knew some people, I knew where I can go in order to get this thing done a little bit cheaper. Essentially, I was able to get this bodywork repair done for like $1,100. And I'm going to let you guys know just a tad bit of a disclaimer. When you find something that is very cheap compared to what someone else quoted you, do not be upset when you don't get a perfect job done, because you have to remember, someone else quoted you $2,400 and then you went back out into the market and you found someone to go ahead and do that job for you for $1,100. That's a big difference in price. That's a $1,300 price difference. There is gonna be a reason why that actually is. But I wanted to get it over, and this guy did the job in a day. If I had went with the insurance company's body shop, I probably wouldn't have had this car back for a week. And you guys all know, if you're driving Uber or Lyft out there, time is money. If you have the option to only have your car down for one day, you're always going to take that option as opposed to having your car down for a whole week. So I was able to go. I paid the guy $1,100 the next day and, got my car back on the road 2 days after the initial incident. Now, I said the point of you get what you paid for a reason, and I'm gonna also kind of slide this point in there. When it comes to car repairs, you have to think like certain things done to your car and certain accidents or certain incidences where you're replacing the full engine or you're replacing the transmission. Your car could potentially never be the same again. And I actually have to take this vehicle over to an actual body shop because, after the incident, we have two functional doors here, but essentially the issue that I'm running into is that there was probably a dealer part that this guy didn't buy, because you know, driving Uber and Lyft, can you imagine how many times this door opens and closes? And I'll go back for you guys to fully explain it, because what's actually happening is when the door opens, it's rubbing into the front, so it's causing this damage here in the line. So, you know, it has to be recentered there. So I didn't want to make this video too long, but this is another incidence of some of the negative things that can happen when you're out doing rideshare. Because, and you guys watching, you guys might have seen the videos. I've seen videos of people running their bikes into car doors. I saw one video where I think this guy was a TLC driver in New York City. He had a MTA bus come and completely take the door off of his brand new, I think it was a 2022 Toyota Highlander. And that definitely, you know, is not going to be a good day. But where I definitely want to wrap this video up at is, if you're ever finding yourself in a situation like this, like I mentioned before, it's going to be definitely important for you to find that person's information. That way you're able to, you know, you got to get the information. That way you can hold them responsible, because I lost 2 days of work, and on top of that 2 days of work, I kicked out $1,100 in order, you know, to get my car repaired on something where the passengers shouldn't have been so eager to jump out of the car so soon, on top of the fact of looking if you're opening the door, you know, into traffic or whatever the case may be. But definitely, like always, do me a favor, guys. Get down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever been in a, you know, scenario like this. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys have found value, got some good information from it, and get subscribed to the channel if you haven't already done so. Money Making Joey, I'm out of here, and I will speak to you guys in the next one.